today in the presidential debate between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Today the topic will be about illegal immigrants and what their views on them are. First question, I'll ask you, Donald Trump. How do you justify bringing tens of millions of foreigners at a time when millions of Americans are unemployed and unable to find work?
Thank you, question asker. I love this question. I love it almost as much as I love my daughter Ivanka. These immigrants, it's a national issue. They're stealing all the jobs from the American people. And if they can steal our jobs, what's to say they can't steal our secrets and sell them to ISIS and assist them in the war of terror? Thank you.
Hillary, what is your view on this question?
America needs a better economy. If we bring these foreigners into America, we can have cheaper labor and more multiculturalism. We could possibly catch up to China. So with more multiculturalism, that'll bring more jobs for the Americans because of the different food and the clothes and stuff. So yeah, I think it would get better for America.
Thank you, Hillary. The next question is for you again, Donald Trump. You get to answer this first. What percentage of the new immigrants under this bill are high-skilled and what percentage are low-skilled? And do you really think we need more low-skilled people in this country?
These immigrants are very skilled at what they do. How else they'll be able to steal our jobs and secrets and sell them to terrorists? I employ hundreds of workers every day at Trump Industries, and I pay them good wages because they have to be good at what they do. I'm a winner. I win all the time. I like to win big. And our glorious country can win again if we let these immigrants not get into this country. Thank you.
Thank you, Donald. Now, what do you think about this question, Hillary?
That I have no idea. It's not on my agenda to organize these things. It's up to the Board of Defense of the United States of America. I'm sure they'll choose the right thing for this country, and I'm sure there are more skilled workers than you think.
Hillary, I shall ask you this question next. The question is, how many immigrants would be invited into our country over the next decade if the immigration bill passes?
I'm sure the Border Patrol has this under control. It's not in my power to decide these things. It's up to my party and I to work things out, and we will come up with the correct number at the time. We just need to wait until the Border Patrol has everything under control.
Thank you. Donald Trump, I would like to ask you the same question, see what you think about it.
Thank you. We are letting in too many Latinos and Muslims onto our soil. Soon they'll flood our streets, and we won't be able to defend ourselves from them. That's why I want to build a wall. We need to build the wall. I will tighten our laws on immigration and border security so that only the best immigrants can get in and work. I'll send back the terrorists and the drug lords and the El Chapos and the El Paso workers without hesitation, because we, the American people, are the only ones that can make our country great again.
Now we shall have our favorite neighborhood Muslim, Latino, Mexican
Criminal,
on set.
you mean?
If you say so, Donald.
That's offensive.
So. Our cameraman on set, El Chapo, would you like to come up? Who would like to interrogate him first?
I'll do the liberty of interrogating this criminal. Firstly, let me just say, I love Mexico. I love all Mexicans, just not the bad ones, like the little girl from the El Paso ads. Speaking of which, what's the secret ingredient to the El Paso salsa?
Only my senorita knows.
What's a senorita? Is it like a tortilla or something? Is it a Dorito?
No, it's my mama.
Oh, your mama.
Okay.
El Chapo, could I please ask you a question? What do you think of Donald's plans on the wall? And how are you supposed to pay for it? Because you're already a very poor country.
He approves it. He loves it. Thank you.
We're getting America to pay for it.
Okay.
Fake news. It's fake news.
Thank you for that, Mr. Cameraman. Now, I would like to propose to you, Hillary, the question of, do you believe immigrants should really receive legal status and work permits before the border fence is fully constructed and before E-Verify is fully implemented.
We should not take any of these immigrants into our country because without these, plenty of illegal immigrants can come in, drugs and crime. But once this E-Verify is in place, we can bring in the best immigrants in with the highest skill rate, which will probably be better than some Americans. So they want to seek refuge in this great country, and I should let them.
Thank you, Larry. Now, Trump, would you like to respond to this question? Or just respond? I'm sure.
I believe no, they should never be allowed to work in the United States. Hillary has said otherwise, but that's okay because she can delete 30,000 emails and no one will bat an eye. Well, as soon as I stop paying my taxes, as soon as I stop paying my taxes, everyone flips this shit.
You can beep that out.
Only when we have the wall fully built and the electric fences primed and ready to go can we be able to safely let immigrants in again. That I can tell you right now. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Mexicans. I love the whole of Mexico. But there are too many bad ones in there. And I love China. I love China all the time. China, China, China. But when was the last time we saw anyone beating China? They're sending their people and their products here in the millions. We need to turn things around before it's too late.
Thank you.
I agree with you, Donna. We need a better economy, but not letting in these immigrants will ruin it. We'll go down in the ranks.
Thank you. Thank you. For the final question tonight, I'd like to point towards you, Hillary. How do you plan to combat the income of illegal immigrants?
These immigrants bring too much crime and drugs. I agree with Trump. Something needs to be done. The Mexican government needs to record things like criminal history so it can identify the person's history that want to seek refuge in this country of ours. Thank you.
Trent?
I have made it clear on numerous occasions what I'm going to do when I get into office. When? I'm going to build a great, and I mean great, solid wall again along our southern border. It will employ many American workers, and the Mexican government will pay for it. What's not to like? I'm doing this for the children. The children love me. They don't love Hillary because she doesn't have the stamina to keep up with me and keep out the Mexicans. Vote for me, Donald Trump.
Trump.
And we will make America great again!
Trump, I just want to ask you one thing. How are you going to make how are you going to make the Mexicans pay for this wall of yours? It'll cost billions of US dollars, let alone how much Mexican effort is going to be needed for this.
I can see you're recording, man.
What are you doing?
I have to introduce you!
Wait!
Hey, Liam, stop.
Go back.
Just...
I'll send him dick pics.
That's awkward.
Okay.
We can
I'm just going to cut that
we can
out.
edit that last part.
I'm sure the Border Patrol has already got this number under control. I'm sure... No, I'm not sure, because I'm Hillary Clinton.
This is why you don't win the election. This is why I'm a big winner.
You don't win.
Big winner. I win all the time, because I like to win big.
I'd rather not.
This is the biggest shame our country could ever have. And I love my daughter Ivanka.